Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
'54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balazs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Right, 80!
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Bell. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Balazs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is fielded at the 27. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They run it with Balaj. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Bell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now Balaj. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 21-yard line.
Like 20! Check right 54. Mike 54. Come off the ball.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jet 16.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mike 20! Mike 54. I got him.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
Balaj. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They're going to look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Back near his goal line, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. 17-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
52. Kill. Check 52.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
43's the mic. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the 31, Darnold gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now it's Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 26. Check 26.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
You better break. I'm letting you know. Man, ready? Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll try again with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called me.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And to give this time to the tailback. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Fitzpatrick, and throw right side complete to Parker. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Play action. It's Darnold. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Darnold now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. The first carry for Trenton Cannon. Powering forward. Powerful running. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Check 15, check 15.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Son. 43. Check, 40. Ladies. Hey, man.
On first down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Tighten up. Now, lady.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Darnold on third down. And he finds his man Griffin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Darnold on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Avery Williamson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now a deep ball there on on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, New York.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Landry again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
First down, Jets.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake, and it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie things at 17-all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A draw play now. Barrage. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check, 59. Right.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good. It's
Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big run that time by Bell. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close,
You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. It's complete to Graham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fitzpatrick now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Parker, left side. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6. At the 15-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours?
Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
40 side. 43 is the mic. Record. Whip. No lady. Pick the edge. Come.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run it with Bell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go, son. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Returnable for Grant. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Turn it up. Kill, turn it up. Hey, switch gears.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. He was looking for Landry that time. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
54, 80. Check. Watch 54. You got nothing to run.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He was looking that time for Stills.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. An overall second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Charles Harris just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
New York.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Jets on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Jets first down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cannon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.